Hey guys. All right. I see we've got a few people in the room, so welcome. I'm not sure if you've never done yoga before, say something in the chat so I can know for sure. Otherwise, yeah, welcome to our Power Flow class. I say our, it's just me who's here, obviously. My name's Aubrey, for those of you that I haven't met in person. Hey, David. Awesome. So with this Power Flow class, you guys, I will be demonstrating all the postures for you so you can kind of follow along. And my best advice is to listen first, make your best guesses, and then check out what I'm doing as a, like, kind of the next step if you need some guidance. With yoga in particular, this is really a practice of like kind of getting grounded and becoming more present. So this is something that I feel like we could all use a little bit of right now. So setting up for yoga, if you've got a yoga mat, awesome. You can use a towel, you can use any of the workout mats if you've got one. Honestly, I've practiced yoga on carpet, on all kinds of floors, so you don't really need much. I do suggest if you want to try some stuff like headstands or like anything inverted that maybe you've been working on but are too scared to try, a wall is really good for your backup. So I'll give you some tips on what to do with those. Anyway, let's get started and make your way to your mats. We will begin our practice in child's pose. So for child's pose, take your toes together towards the back of your mat. Take your knees wide and stretch your hands out in front of you. If your head touches the ground, cool. If it doesn't, that's fine too. Just take a few moments here to breathe in and out deeply. This is a good time to close your eyes just to get integrated into the mat and into your body. Take your fingers and stretch them really wide apart. Breathe all your air out. And then come up to downward facing dog. This is like the yoga pose. If you've never done yoga before, this is probably the one you've still heard of. In downward dog, keep your fingers stretched wide and look back towards your feet while pressing your chest towards your thighs. So if your heels are really close to the floor, you might not feel as much happening in your core. So step back far enough where your heels are slightly lifted away from the ground. You can bend and straighten one leg at a time. Keep your air flowing in and out. And then walk yourself all the way up to meet your hands at the top. Grab your elbows for ragdoll pose. So in ragdoll, I'm really focusing on draping my upper body on top, like just letting it hang loose on top of my legs here. So anytime you're folding, you can bend your knees, relax your head. Drop your hands down, breathe out. Breathe in, stand all the way up and reach high, extended mountain. Press your hands together and take them to your heart. And we will begin our practice together with one chant of Om. So first, exhale everything out. Take a deep breath. Okay, so now we flow through Sun Salutation A. The pose, this whole sequence right here will begin in mountain pose. So here we go. Extended mountain, reach up. Forward fold, just like it sounds, fold down as you exhale. Take halfway lift, breathe in, And we'll stay here for a couple breaths so you can get this alignment here. So use your hands to press your chest forward and squeeze your shoulder blades in so your back becomes a flat line here. Take one more inhale. Forward fold again. 2 more of those. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze your shoulders. Exhale, fold. Last time, inhale, halfway lift, stretch your chest forward. Take your hands to the floor, plank pose. So the first step in plank is just to get really strong through all parts of your body basically, but focus a lot on your legs. So squeeze your legs and then squeeze your belly too. The next move is called chaturanga. It is a push-up with your elbows really close to your body. So as you're in plank, lean forward, then you bend your elbows, keep them close to your ribs, straighten your arms, flip your feet, upward facing dog. Press all the way back to downward facing dog. And we'll do a few rounds with breath through that sun salutation A. So on your inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Extended mountain pose, breathe in, reach high. Forward fold, let it all go out. Halfway lift, inhale, stretch it out. Plant your hands for your plank. So again, fingers spread wide anytime they're on the floor. On your breath in, shift forward. Breathe out for your chaturanga push-up. Bend your elbows. Straighten your arms. Flip your feet for up dog. And then push back, downward facing dog. Another cycle. Lift your heels. Bend your knees. Step or jump or walk. Halfway lift. Exhale, bow down. You can use your hands to assist you. Extended mountain, breathe in. Fold down, breathe out. Halfway lift, take an inhale. And then go back, plank pose. Breathe in, lean over your wrists. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, lift your heart. Squeeze your legs so much that they lift. Press back, downward facing dog. Last sun A, heels up. Take your knees down like a spring, launch forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Extended mountain, full breath, full extension. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, deep breath in. And this time go right to your push-up. So you can jump back or you can step, making sure your chest goes forward. Lift up, upward facing dog. Press to downward facing dog. Breathe in here. Let the air go out. And we'll move to sun salutation B. Lift your heels. Bend your knees low, walk or jump lightly forward, halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Chair pose. So for chair, it's really up to you what you do with your arms. If this feels like too much straight up, you can bend your elbows and pull back so your chest can open. But what I'm really focusing on is where my feet, the weight is distributed in my feet. So sit back enough that you can lift your toes and then do whatever feels good for your arms. Stay with your breath for 3. Sit a little bit lower for 2. Take another inhale and then fold down, breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Vinyasa, that means flow through. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Warrior 1. So warrior 1, you want your back foot planted fully flat on the floor. What the tendency is to kind of roll in towards the big toe. Instead, press into the back edge of your foot so you've got some more leverage there. And then the next step is turn your hip bones straight towards the front of your mat. So that means left hip, rotate it forward, draw your right hip back. You should be feeling it through the front of your left leg. And then final step, arms come up, take a deep breath, and then take your hands to the floor, step back for your chaturanga. You can always take your knees if you need. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior one, second side. So while I get my feet set, I'm also positioning them a little bit to the left and the right, so I have some room to rotate my hips. So you want to create hip width distance between your feet. Turn your hips facing straight forward or straight-ish. Arms up if it feels good. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, come down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. We'll do a couple more sun Bs. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, step or walk forward, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Chair pose, sit down lower than you did the first time. Fold back down, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga. Exhale as you lower. Upward facing dog, squeeze your thighs, lift them. Downward facing dog. Step forward with your right foot. Warrior one, extend, breathe in. Stay for the breath out. Turn your left hip forward a little more. And then we'll breathe again. One more time. Lift. As you exhale, come down. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward dog. Second side, warrior one. Step through. Exhale, sit into it. Turn your hips forward. And then another breath to expand. Exhale, come down. Chaturanga. Upward dog, breathe in. One more cycle, lift your heels. Take your knees low. Hop or step or jump. Halfway lift, inhale. Bow down, exhale. Chair pose, one breath. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out as you lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Warrior one, right side. One breath in. So even if you don't stick the landing, that's cool. Come right back, chaturanga. Just focus on breathing now. Inhale, up. Downward facing dog. One more round. Warrior one, left foot. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, flow, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth and clear it out. Lift your right foot up towards the sky for three-legged dog. Take an inhale here. Draw your knee towards your nose. Squeeze tight. Step through. Crescent lunge. So crescent lunge is a little bit different from warrior one. The difference is in crescent, my back heel is lifted and I have it turned straight on 12 o'clock. So I've got that positioning to press. Basically, my heel is stacked right over my big toe to give me that stability here. So I'm pushing down to lift up. You can probably scoot your back foot further back to deepen the stretch and create a little more challenge for your balance here. Press your palms together in front of your heart. Take a deep breath in, lean forward. When you exhale, twist over to the right. So once you've got this connection of your elbow on your thigh, press down into your leg to get your chest up and away from your thigh bone. If it feels better for you, you can open your arms. Be mindful of what's going on with your back leg. If it dropped out, really squeeze it away from the floor. Breathe everything out. Sweep your arms back up, crescent lunge. Open to the side, warrior two. So warrior two is an open hip position. I'm trying to press my right knee out to the right, extend my arms, and gaze right over my right fingers. Breathe out. Breathe in, reach your front hand up and back. Straighten your front leg, feels so nice. Take a big cartwheel down to the ground, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward dog. Extend your left leg up. Three-legged dog on this side. Take a full inhale. Draw your knee towards your face. Breathe out. Step up and lift up, crescent lunge. So make your adjustment with your feet. Same idea as warrior one, having a little space to the left and the right for your hips to rotate. It's usually helpful. Arms can reach up. And then notice if you drop your tailbone, like kind of tuck your tail under you just a little bit, you might feel it light up and stretch out a little more through your right leg. Press your palms together in front of you. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist. So again, use your elbow to prop your chest up. You're trying to get your chest towards your thumb, so right at your sternum here. You can open your arms if you like. Make sure you're breathing deeply if you forgot. On your breath in, windmill up, crescent lunge. Turn to the side, facing the right, warrior two. So check in with your front knee. If it's kind of collapsing forward towards your big toe, press it out to the left. Exhale every bit of air. Inhale, reverse, up and back, straighten that left leg, and then come to the floor, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. And then walk your feet all the way up to your hands. Take your time. Once you get to the top, bend your knees as much as you need to grab your big toes, and then pull yourself down towards the floor. Let your head relax, shake it side to side, up and down. Release your toes. Take your feet close together, chair pose. So now this time, press your palms together in front of your heart. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist over to the right side. So while you're twisting, look at your knees. You want to keep them in one line, right next to each other. The tendency is to roll out to the right too. Pull your left hip bone back. Same idea. Press your elbow down to get your chest towards your thumbs. Extend your arms if you want to. Hold it for 3. Sit down a little bit lower. Weight in your heels. 2, 1. Straighten your legs out. Bend your knees again if you need. And then take your hands underneath your feet for gorilla pose. Let your head drop. Deep inhales and exhales. I like to rock around my weight in my feet so I get to massage my hands. Slip your hands out from your feet. We gotta go one more side. Chair pose, have a seat. Press your palms together. Take an inhale. And now rotate to the left side. Same thing, check out your knees. Make sure you can see your toes. If not, you might be too far forward. Prop away from your body, so away from your legs, push up. And then arms apart if you like. Breathe deeply. Lift your chest a little more. Hold it here. 3. Sit down 2 more inches. 2. Deep breath. Forward fold, shake it out. Lift your chest halfway, and then flow, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, lift up. Downward facing dog. Lift your heels. Bend your knees, step, jump, float, halfway lift again. Exhale, fold down. And now we move to balance, extended mountain pose. Eagle pose, bend your knees a little, wrap your right leg over top, wrap your right elbow underneath. So if your leg doesn't wrap all the way around, that's okay. The idea is to just squeeze your legs and arms together a lot. Create some tension here because that feels really good when you release it. And then sit down a little lower. Exhale all your air. Stretch, mountain pose, feel that release. And we gotta do eagle left side. Bend your knees, wrap your left thigh on top. Maybe your toes hook around, maybe they just press against the right side of your right leg. Slow down your breathing. And extend the crown of your head away from your elbows. Mountain pose, breathe in, reach up. Standing leg raise with your right knee up. So you can either grab onto your knee, or what I've been doing lately is I'll actually take the back of my hand and press against my leg to open up. So take your knee out to the right side, take your left arm out to the left, look over your left fingertips, and then draw everything back a little further. Deep breaths, y'all. On your breath in, come back to center. Reach your arms up. Try to keep your foot off the floor. And now stretch your arms and your lifted leg back behind you. Airplane pose. So think about how up dog feels in your chest. Lift your chest away from the ground. And then turn your body over and open to the right, half moon. So this is a place where you can get creative with props. If you have a water bottle nearby, you can use it underneath your left hand. Or if you're feeling really gutsy and really balanced, you can hover your bottom hand off of whatever you're touching right now. Whatever you're doing, just keep breathing, doing your best for 3. Can you lift even higher with your top foot? 2, 1, step to the ground. Shake it out. You can roll your ankles around, tap your legs, and then stretch up to the sky, mountain pose. Set up, standing leg raise. Other leg goes up this time, so left knee high. Grab it or press against it, and then open to the side. Extend your right arm out to the right. Turn your gaze to the right to follow. It's really easy to forget about core muscles in yoga. We're supposed to be hugging in the whole time. Like I said, easy to forget, so bring it in now. Pull in tight. Now draw your hands back to center. Reach them. Kick back for airplane pose. Turn your left pinky toe down towards the floor. It's supposed to level your hips so they're both facing the ground evenly. It might make it more challenging. That's not a bad thing. And now open up your hips to the left for half moon. Get the prop if you like. Or next level would be to hover. Next level from there would be to move your gaze up towards the ceiling. So there's always something new to jump slowly for 3. Can you hover your bottom hands? 2, 1. Step to the floor. And we'll set up for tree pose. We'll do it bonsai tree style, which means your right ankle goes across the top of your left thigh. This by itself is a pretty good hip opener. Next step, if you want to take it there, you can start to hinge forward. And then you could, depending on what's available to you, you could put your hands on props. You could grab your leg or maybe touch the floor. It's cool if you have a bend in your standing leg. If you're folding all the way over, you can also drop your head, let it relax. Whichever variation you're up to right now, take a moment to focus on breathing. Breathe everything out. On your inhale, do your best to come back the way you came into the pose. So hands back together, lift up, step your right foot down. We'll do one more side, bonsai tree. So now left ankle goes over. And while you're setting up for this, actually press your lifted knee back behind you a bit. You might feel it in a couple different places in your leg. That's cool, that's what you're looking for. And then depending on what you want, you could start hinging forward, or you can stay lifted if you want to focus more on balance. Up to you. And every moment we're adjusting. So if you find that you're in a spot where you just need to hold for a second, cool. If you find it gets too easy, that means it's time to start creating a deeper challenge or a deeper stretch. Something's always available to make the practice a little bit more difficult, which is what we're really looking for. If you did everything and it was easy all the time, you know, we wouldn't really grow. So we'll stay for one more exhale, push the air out. As best as you can, press into the floor so you can come back. Hands back together, reset your foot, and then we'll do a little flow to completely clear it off. So walk to the top of your mat, reach your arms up, extended mountain, forward fold. Halfway lift, crow pose. So crow is actually, you have your hands on the floor, so they're about as wide as your shoulders, fingers stretched as always, and it's almost like your chaturanga. So you have your elbows bent, but you're leaning, you're balancing on your arms here. So you want your tailbone lifted up, your knees up on the backs of your arms here. They can also go a little bit out to the side and really hug in. So with your crow, hands, little bend in your elbows, lift your tailbone, balance and shift forward. Next step, you can pick up one toe off the floor, maybe 2 toes, and then press your feet together. Try to keep your chest away from the floor. If you're looking at your toes, you might somersault, so look forward. Deep breaths. Here, 3. Take your heels up higher towards your butt. 2, 1. Yogi squats. Feet go on the floor, and then step yourself back to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Draw your knee towards your nose. Step through triangle pose. So triangle, you have both legs straightened out. You can use a prop underneath your right hand, or if you don't have a prop available, you can use the back of your right hand against your right leg to press against. So what's important here is to try to keep both sides of your spine lengthening and extending. So rather than dipping all the way towards the floor and doing this, you can still do that, but focus on drawing your bottom ribs forward just as much as your top ribs. Go ahead and exhale everything. Lift all the way up. Turn your feet facing the left edge of your mat, side facing, wide-legged forward fold. So depending on how you're feeling in this stretch, you could use a prop, you could grab your legs, you could walk your hands through your legs, or the next step would be to go to a headstand. So I'll walk you through some of the prep work for that. In a wide-legged fold, it's a little more accessible typically because your head's getting close to the ground, but it doesn't really build the same muscles the way this little drill does. So what I suggest to start, just like a crow pose, you can plant your hands on the floor, lift your tailbone up, take your knees on the backs of your arms, and then take the crown of your head to the floor. So when I'm taking my crown to the floor, I'm trying to make sure I can still see my fingers. So if I can still see my fingers, I know my base is wide enough that now I can pick my feet up off the floor safely and stay balanced. The next step from here, you could pick up one leg off of your arm, maybe both. This is where the wall comes in handy if you haven't discovered that yet. And then you come back, you can reset your feet and come back into your little squat here. So that's one way to prep headstand. I'll definitely make some more videos for you for that. In the meantime, we can come back to wide-legged fold. Just for one more breath, if you've been folding the whole time, good job. You're really getting a stretch here. Go ahead and lift yourself to stand. Angle your feet towards the front of your mat. Have your hands on your hips and then rotate your hips facing the same direction. So straight forward on 12 o'clock. Take a deep breath, lean your chest forward, and then draw it down. This is pyramid pose. Let your head relax. You can take your back foot further back. Again, be mindful of the angle of your hips. You want them facing straight forward or as close as possible. All right, we'll be here for one more cycle of breath. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop a little deeper. Take a halfway lift with your chest. And then step back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Triangle pose with your left foot at the top. We skipped the three-legged dog, but I think we'll be all right. So in triangle pose, same idea. You can do it propped, or you can use your leg as the prop here. And my alignment for my feet, I actually have my feet in one straight line. So my front heel is in one line with my back arch. So adjust. That helps you to open your hips and keep your body flattening out and lengthening. On your next breath in, lift yourself up. You have another chance to practice some headstand stuff or move to the wide-legged fold. One more time. We won't be here for too long. But use the props to support you, the wall to support you if you need it. And then next breath, rise up, angle your feet forward, pyramid pose. On your exhale, reach your heart towards the floor. And every time you breathe out, think about moving your chest down towards the ground a little bit deeper. Even if it doesn't move, the intention is there, and that's what really counts here. So create the intention of deepening every time you exhale. Deepening could also look like moving your back foot. We'll breathe out together here. Take an inhale, lift your chest halfway. Take a big step back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. And then come forward for your plank. I don't know if you've seen those push-up challenges going around Instagram. I feel like we can do 5 right here. So let's just do 5 push-ups. Ready? Go ahead, take a breath. And push-up number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down to your belly now. And chill. And take one cheek to the floor. You can relax your arms down by your sides. And breathe out. Turn your face the other way. And then take your arms back behind you. You can either reach them back like airplane arms, or you can clasp them behind your back. So do whatever feels best for your shoulders. On your breath in, locust pose. So try to peel your ribs up off the floor. Same with your legs. Squeeze them and lift them for 3. Keep breathing for 2. On your exhale, lower down. One more time, locust pose. Press up. Pull your belly in too. See what it does for your pose. On your breath out, lower down. Let your hands go if you bound them. Bend both knees. Now we're getting to the really good stuff. Reach back behind you. Grab your feet or your ankles. You can also do one at a time. So get what you get back there and then push back. Floor bow. And then kick your heels up towards the ceiling. If you're doing half and half, lift both arms and legs. Stay with it. Take another inhale. Exhale, release. One more time. Just in case someone's doing half and half, we got to do 2. Floor bow. And then pull your knees a little closer together. One last breath in. Exhale, release your feet. You can move them side to side like windshield wipers. Take your hands back by your ribs. And we're moving to upward facing dog. Press your whole body up off the floor, including your thighs. So you really got to push the tops of your feet down to do that. Take a breath here. Flip your feet back around, press back, downward facing dog. And now we move through to bridge pose. So to do that, lift your heels, bend your knees. Maybe you cross your ankles and jump through. Maybe you just kind of scoot over and make it to your back for bridge. So this is the part, if you have a pillow, a block, some sort of prop, you can use it underneath your tailbone here. If you don't have that, you just get a little extra work. Keep your hips elevated. Here we go. So now scoot your shoulder blades a little closer together underneath your back, and then press your chest towards your chin. Hold it for 5, for 4. My lazy bridges, I hope you're enjoying it. 3, 2, take your hips up 1 more inch. Lower down to the floor. So we're gonna do a couple more rounds of bridge, or if you're feeling really lit up and you've got the extra space, you can do some wheels. Here we go. Bridge or wheel. Press up with breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap your head or your butt down, whichever you got. Inhale, come up. And do it again, tap down. Last time, inhale up. Deep breaths for 3, for 2. Lower all the way back to the mat. Take your feet together. Butterfly pose. You can place one hand over your heart, one hand over your belly. Maybe feel your heartbeat after all that. Happy baby pose is next. So you can grab your feet, maybe. If you can't grab your feet, you can always grab somewhere lower on your legs. Massage your back by rocking side to side. You could, if it feels right, you could start bending and straightening your legs one at a time. And curl your knees in towards your chest. So after all of that back bending, those bridges and the wheels, the locust, the floor bow, it really opens up the front side of your body. So this next little series is for core, specifically to pull all that back in together. So for that, take your legs up towards the ceiling. Take your arms straight forward until your shoulders lift up off the floor. Keep your shoulders elevated the whole time that we do this here. So squeeze your belly tight. Drop your right foot to hover. And then switch your legs. Switch for 10. 9. You go exhales as you switch. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right to bicycles. Twist for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep your shoulders up. Lift your feet straight up. Lower your feet now 30%. Lower them 60%. Lower them to 90%. Hover your feet. Breathe everything out. On your inhale, lift up, boat pose. You can grab the backs of your legs if you need to set up. So you're balancing on your sits bones here. Pull your shoulder blades back and extend your feet as high as they can go without sinking your boat. Next step, let go of your legs. Keep breath moving in and out, you guys. So in your boat, now take your toes 2 inches higher or as much as you can go. And now take your arms up overhead. Try to keep your boat elevated. Take a breath in. Low boat. Back to boat. Squeeze in. Low boat. Back up, boat pose. Hold it to high boat. Reach your toes, reach your arms. 3, 2, 1. Lay back all the way back. Stretch it out. Take an inhale through your nose and let it go out. Now you can, and then make your way to downward facing dog. Up dog might feel really nice to stretch out your abs. Take a big breath in if you're doing that one. And then meet in downward facing dog. Okay, so now take your thumbs together. So touch them together at the top of your mat. Extend your right leg up for three-legged dog. And then step your foot outside your pinky finger. So your both hands are on the big toe side of your right foot. If your foot doesn't make it all the way up there, you can literally pick it up and move it, or keep scooting your back foot further back to make that distance happen. So this is called lizard lunge. If you're feeling like you got a little more to give here, you can drop your forearms down to the floor. If that's not for you, or you're somewhere in between, you can use a pillow or a prop to take your hands a little bit lower. For me, I like to shift forward and back. And just notice the angle of your hips. So see if it changes the dynamic of your stretch if you rotate your hip square. So left hip forward, right hip back. Let's go for a little twist. Take your right arm up towards the ceiling. Inhale here. Place your hand back down on the floor. And then scoot your right foot over to the left side. So you're taking your foot across your body for half pigeon. So the biggest points of alignment for half pigeon is you want both femurs parallel with the long edges of your mat. So your front shin, doesn't really matter how close or far away it is from the top of your mat. Just pay more attention to the angle of your upper legs. So once you're situated, you can drop your chest down. Again, using props, you really want to make sure your head and your shoulders can soften. And one more point of feedback here too, even though my half pigeon can be pretty deep most days, some days I need a little extra support. So if you need that, you can roll up a towel or put a small pillow underneath the hip of your bent leg. So in this case, you could put it right underneath your right hip. So you're just bringing the floor a little closer to your leg. And to be honest with you, the depth in the pose doesn't matter as much as just feeling some stretch happening and focusing on breathing through it. Stay here just a little bit longer. Use your breath as a tool to deepen and soften your pose. And breathe in one more time. Exhale all your air. Take yourself back to downward facing dog. If you need to move your feet around a little bit, go for it. Move your foot as needed. What you're looking for is to have your ankle right underneath your knee here. So adjust and then shift forward and back. You can play with the angle of your hips. Keep your right hand firmly flat. Extend your left arm up towards the sky. Little crescent lunge twist. Next step, hand goes back, and then reset for half pigeon on this side. So your left foot goes over to the right. Check out the angle of your thighs. Make sure they're parallel with the edges of. And again, I've got a little bit of space. If I had a towel or some prop, I would slide it right underneath my left hip bone, just to give me some support so I can rest into it. So create your position. And my suggestion is to do a scan of your body here and notice if there are any spots that are holding on to tension. So it doesn't necessarily need to be in your hips. If your toes are clenching or your jaw is clenching or your shoulders are really tight here, start softening those little areas. And it might help you to release these big areas in your hips. Soften into your breathing. Over time, if you do get a little comfortable, you can always tuck your back toes under and scoot your back foot back further to deepen the stretch. Just a little bit more time in your half pigeon. Take an inhale and then exhale out. Prop up and now swing your right leg on top of your left for double pigeon. So double pigeon looks something like this. If you've got super tight hips, it might be really hard to get your foot all the way up here. So it's okay to extend your left leg straight out in front of you if that's what you need. The other option too, if you feel like you've got this, but you don't have much support and feel kind of stuck, you can take a pillow or a block and place it underneath your bottom knee here. So you've got some more, again, it just kind of brings the floor closer to your leg. So more support. So once your shins are parallel, once you're set, unless your bottom leg is extended, obviously, you can either sit upright and kind of tilt your tailbone up behind you, or you can walk your hands forward to fold. So use your exhales to allow your body to soften. You almost want to visualize those muscles that are tight. On the exhales, just feel them release. Imagine them softening and lowering down. We'll be here for one more breath. Exhale all the way out. If you're folded, go ahead and lift up. And then slide your right foot outside your left leg here till it can plant on the floor. And then you could also take your left heel closer in towards your body. So just see what works for you. We're going for a twist here. So take your right arm, actually your left arm. So you're twisting towards your top leg. Lift your left arm up, take a deep inhale. On your exhale, hook your elbow outside your right leg, and then think about extending your spine up. So I'm not rotating so much as I'm pressing up. The rotation comes last. Deep breaths. Position your head wherever it feels okay for your neck, whether that's looking over your right shoulder or straight forward. Take another breath and let it go. Come back to center. Extend your right leg out straight and place your left foot against your left inner thigh, or right inner thigh. Let's go ahead and do single leg seated forward fold. So whether you grab your toes is irrelevant. You just need to be feeling something happening in your legs here. If you're not feeling much, you can move it into a stretch along your side by walking your hands on the pinky toe side of your foot here. Take a breath in. Exhale it all out. Come back up to center. Give your legs a little shake. And now we have double pigeon on the other side. So this time, your right leg is on the bottom, left leg is on the top. So same deal, if you need to extend your right leg forward, that's awesome. Prop yourself up, that's cool. Adjust and take your arms wherever they feel the most supportive for you. Use your breath to help you deepen the stretch. You can also close your eyes to really focus inward. Imagine every exhale is letting your hips drop towards the ground. On your inhale, lift up. Take your right or your left foot outside your right leg. Set up for the twist. So reach your right arm up towards the sky, take a breath. Hook your elbow outside, draw your chest up, and then the rotation happens last. Lift the crown of your head up too, so even your neck gets a little bit of length. Breathe out. Come back around. Extend your left leg straight out or straight-ish. Single leg seated forward fold. Take your hands wherever they support you. It could be somewhere else on your leg, could be the floor. Do what works for you. Lift yourself up. We're in the home stretch now. Take your legs out in front of you. Lay down on your back. And then set up for an inversion. So if you've got the wall handy in front of you, you can actually let your legs dangle up and rest your heels on the wall. This is a really nice inversion called waterfall. If you want to work on your plow poses, that would be lifting your feet over your head. Maybe you touch the floor, maybe you don't. This is also an inversion, or somewhere in between is shoulder stand. So you would have your feet right over your knees, right over your hips, right over your elbows. So pick whichever one you want to take, or you can move through your own little sequence of those if you like. And then make your way slowly back down to the floor. Hug your knees to your chest. And take yourself to one more reclined butterfly. So your feet touch. Let your knees fall open. Breathe in deeply. And on your breath out, let your legs slide out long. This is Shavasana, your final resting pose. So let your eyes close down. Let your breath become really easy and soft. So we'll be here for a little bit of time. Use this time in your resting pose to focus on breathing slowly and intentionally. Whenever you get lost in a thought, come back to feeling your breath going in and out. And while you're paying attention to your breath, notice the sensations that it creates in your body. You might feel your belly rise and fall. You might feel the air rushing past your nostrils. You may feel your heartbeat. Bring your awareness to your breath if you lost it, and now start to deepen your breathing. See how that feels different or the same. Start moving your fingers and your toes. Stretch all the way out with your arms overhead, your legs straight out in front of you. On your exhale, pull your knees close to your chest. Roll to your right side for infant's pose. And then come up to a seated position. If your eyes opened, close them again, and place your hands together at heart center. We will seal our practice together with one final Om. Exhale first. Breathe in. Move your thumbs to your third eye, right between your eyebrows. Thank you so much for joining this live class or the playback whenever you're watching. I appreciate you practicing with me tonight. The light in me sees, honors, and loves the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much. If you guys have any questions at all, you can drop me a note in the chat. I see someone chatted a little bit ago. You can also send us an email. Thank you guys for sticking around. Namaste, you guys. Hope you got as sweaty as I did. Keep me posted. I'll see you for class tomorrow night. Class is at 7:30, so I will see you all around. Take care of yourselves and have an awesome night.